This is our bus pet on July the 29th, 2012. We have had a bit of a crazy few months here, and this is how it looks. So here is our instrument panel and all the fancy controls that come with the school bus. We've had to relabel them. A lot of them we can't use because they're for lights that you're not allowed to have if you're not a school bus. Make sure everything is off before you start the engine, or else it will not start for you. So I'll show you. This closes it, and then to lock it, pop it in there, and it won't open while you're driving. Once you take it out of here, if you're driving, do that. And then, there go the doors. So this goes into the engine. You can actually take it all the way off, but if you don't, you can still peek inside, check your fluids and things. Got the captain's chair, Canadian flags, of course. So when you walk in, right now it looks big and empty, but first you'll have your sink right here. And so the sink's in, but it's not all hooked up just yet. Below the sink would be where our fridge is gonna go. So we'll have a little mini fridge in there. We won't be able to keep much, so that's okay. Here's our workspace, so we can do chopping and everything. Chop up our vegetables, mix our, I guess we can't make cookies because we don't have an oven. But we do have a stove with 3 burners, which is great. 2 more burners than I thought we would have, so I'm very excited about that. And then below that is a space where the heater that runs off of our solar panel and extra battery, so that won't run off of the engine, which is always good. And then in that middle space there, we'll just have a little bit of storage for stuff. Up top, where the big patch of unpaintedness is where our old cabinet was and where a new cabinet will be, but it'll be a little bit of an easier access design. In that black box is our water supply, our fresh water supply. And over to the left is the heater that will run when the bus is running. On top of this, there's going to be a couple of things. First off, just above this level here, we're going to have our table for our seated darkroom. So that's where all the buckets and everything will be set up, and then you'll sit on a little stool in here. And then above that will be our bed, which, you know, is going to be a high bed to begin with, about here, but then when you want to process, it's going to lift up all the way to the ceiling, all the way to where it starts to curve in here, and then we'll have room to duck under and then work in our seated darkroom area. Emergency exits at the back and the side back, the starboard side. Biodegradable toilet somewhere back here, right about there probably, where the broom is. Because we don't need 2 exits at the back of the bus, we don't think. Small enough that we'll be able to escape a fire, hopefully. Hopefully. Plus we have the emergency exit window and the other emergency exit window. So really we're good on emergency exits. One thing that I walked right by is there's a bench seat, and I'll show you just for excitement factor what's inside the bench seat, which is a battery. So that's the battery that runs off the solar panel, and that's all controlled through this exchange in here. And then we have our light switch and some outlets, and then that power runs through the bus over to these outlets over here. So that's all running when we can use that when the bus is off. But we can also recharge those batteries by driving if it isn't sunny. So that's a really fun thing. And this bench seat wouldn't be complete if it didn't have a table. So it isn't complete right now, but there's going to be our kitchen, dining, workstation table, our everything table is going to go right here. And since there are 2 of us, we need another seat with a seatbelt. So right about here is where we're going to sit. This will be the view from the passenger seat. You can look out the side windows, but that'll be our buckled in bucket seat and nice and comfy for our ride. This baby up here is our wicked sound system that came with the bus, so that was pretty cool. So we have the 2 speakers up here. Now we actually have 4 more speakers and a subwoofer that came with it. I don't know how or when or if we'll install them on this journey or if we'll save them for something else, but we have them around. Maybe we'll do that. Alright, I look really gross today, but you're gonna have to deal with it. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed your little tour. I'll do another tour once we have some more stuff installed, but that's what we're working on today. So thanks, bye.